Today's lesson is We Are What the World Needs. There was a little boy named David, and he was such a big help to save his people during the war by defeating the giant Goliath. Let's take a look at the story about David and Goliath.
David and Goliath. 1 Samuel, 17th chapter, 1st through the 52nd verse. Long ago, while Saul was king, Israel went to battle with the Philistines. There was a giant Philistine named Goliath. He was about 9.5 feet tall and impossible to fight. He dared any Israeli to fight him. "Give me a man and we will fight," he shouted. "Let him kill me and we will be your servants." But the Israeli army was afraid to fight him. Back in Bethlehem, there was a man named Jesse. 3 of Jesse's older sons were fighting in the war with King Saul. He sent his younger son, David, who was a shepherd boy, to the battleground to take his son some food. "Take these loaves of bread to your brothers," said Jesse. "Give this cheese to the commander of the unit." When David reached the Israeli troops, he saw Goliath and heard him shouting. "Who is he to defy God's army?" David asked. David went to King Saul and asked to fight. King Saul said, "You can't fight him. You're just a little boy." David answered, "Lions and bears tried to take my sheep. I chased them down, I hit them in the head, and I snatched my sheep right out of their mouths. If I can defeat lions and bears, I can surely defeat Goliath." So King Saul agreed to let David fight. He took off his armor and put it on David, but the armor was very heavy, and David wasn't used to wearing it. And David went and challenged Goliath. "You come with a sword. I come in the name of the Lord of hosts." Goliath saw David carrying a staff and a slingshot. "Am I a dog that you come to fight with me with sticks?" he asked. "I come to you in the name of God of the army of Israel. Today I will kill you," David replied. Then running at Goliath, David put a stone into his slingshot. He hurled the stone deep into the giant's forehead. And Goliath fell dead to the ground. David won a great victory for Israel that day. The end.